Well, hello everyone. Now last time you tuned in, I said I was going to start working on a Cascade cycle air conditioner, and I have been. However, things did not turn out the way that I wanted them to. Of course, as with any project, we ran into problems. Now originally I wanted to have 2 air conditioners and 1 air conditioner package, like a window air conditioner. And as I said, it's not likely to work in the previous video. However, even though it didn't work and we had trouble with packaging, I still made somewhat of a rough prototype. Again, this is a prototype. It's not a finished product by any means. This is just to see if the concept works, so it's pretty rough. But nonetheless, I have prepared a video for you guys, and I hope you watch it and maybe get a laugh or two out of it. Enjoy, guys. Alright guys, so this is it. This is the prototype of it anyways. This is a Cascade cycle air conditioner. Now obviously, as I said before, this was not the way I originally intended it, but I couldn't make it work. Couldn't get everything in one air conditioner, so I'll tell you my future plans in just a second, but for right now, this is the condenser of the high temperature cycle, and this is a compressor of the high temperature cycle. I have a sight glass here on the suction side for the high temperature cycle. Cascades are kind of dynamic, and if you don't get the charges right, you'll get liquid back into the high cycle compressor real easy. So you need that sight glass just to keep an eye on things. And obviously we have filters and sight glasses for the liquid lines for high and low temperature cycles. Now that other compressor over there obviously is a low temperature cycle compressor. That's the evaporator over there. Here's a view of the temporary prototype fans here for the evaporator, and they are 3-phase. There's a variable frequency drive there. I can control the speed of the fans, and likewise with the condenser there for the high temperature cycle. So obviously that's quite a fan for the condenser for the high temperature cycle. Now, as I said before, all the heat from the entire system has to come out through that condenser, so that's the reason for the oversized fan. Now this whole system here, it uses R404A for both cycles. Now these 2 compressors came out of 2 window air conditioners. So the lower temperature cycle compressor, it's the one on the right, is rated, I think it is 8,000 BTUs an hour, and the one on the left, which is high temperature cycle compressor, is rated 9,000 BTUs an hour. So yeah, that evaporator over there is not meant to handle all this power. So the video that I prepared a video with the thing running, and it's quite interesting. It didn't turn out, as I said, it didn't turn out the way I expected it. And one of the reasons why is, let me take a closer look here for you guys. The heat exchanger is there. So what it is, the discharge of the low temperature cycle is a 1/4-inch tube, and it is soldered onto a 3/8 tube, and that forms a heat exchanger. So the 3/8 tube is going to be the evaporator for the high temperature cycle, and the 1/4-inch tube is going to be the condenser for the low temperature cycle. And unfortunately, it's actually very, very bad as a heat exchanger. There's quite a bit of temperature overlap, and I'll explain all that here in a minute. But for now, I want to show you guys this crazy monstrosity running. Actually, I think it's kind of funny that it works at all. But stay tuned, guys. So as you can see, guys, it's not perfect, but it does actually work, although the efficiency is not good. So the key here to efficiency in the Cascade cycle really is the heat exchanger. Now the heat exchanger that I've made, being that it was homemade and it didn't have a very good design, that's where our efficiency was being lost. As you can see, the temperatures overlapped. So what that really means is the evaporator of the high temperature cycle and the condenser of the low temperature cycle, in an ideal situation, they should have the exact same temperature, and if they're using the same refrigerant, the exact same pressure. But of course, there's no such thing as a 100% efficient heat exchanger. Inevitably, what it means is the condenser of the low temperature cycle is going to be a little bit hotter than the evaporator of the high temperature cycle. So there's going to be an overlap. This is where efficiency is going to be lost. And in my system, with my very poorly made heat exchanger, the overlap is severe. So the efficiency of this Cascade cycle air conditioner is so poor, it's probably worse performing than a regular window air conditioner with just one stage. But as I predicted, the capacity did go up quite a bit, and even with the fans, the evaporator fans, at full speed, we still managed to freeze the evaporator. So I do want to make improvements to this system, but I don't know if I want to just make it a regular air-cooled window air conditioner. I think what I want to do is try to make a liquid chiller, maybe for ice making purposes. We'll see what happens in the future. I thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, find me on YouTube or email. Hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I'll see you next one.